Feliz Navidad y próspero año nuevo. No sé tú, but when I was a child, Christmas was all about the presents. Pero ahora, it is definitely more about family, soul-warming traditions, and food, which is exactly what we'll cover in this new video. Yo soy Maura, de Spring Spanish. Sígueme y descubre cómo hablamos de la Navidad en español. Número 1. Christmas decorations. Here's where I buy my Christmas decorations. Follow me and let's go through some of the vocabulary. Guirnalda. Corona. The word is corona, but it's not like it goes on your head. Castaña. Borlas. Estrellas. Luces de Navidad. Reno. Arbolito. You could also say arbolito de Navidad, but it's just longer. Número 2. Christmas food. Here we face once more the width of Spanish. Because it belongs to so many countries with their own culture, choosing a generic menu sería imposible. Te puedo decir, though, what's typical in Venezuela and some things I've learned about Spain while living here. Ahora, sígueme al supermercado y repasemos algunos ingredientes navideños. Pernil. As it's customary in many places, una gran pieza de carne, in this case, carne de cerdo, cooked slowly in the oven tends to be a literally big part of the menu. Ensalada de gallina. I'm guessing many people have papas in their Christmas dinner one way or another. Esta es la versión venezolana. I honestly think you're supposed to use gallina, but at the same time, I don't understand how that could be different from pollo. Anyways, for this ensalada de gallina, we need papas, gallina o pollo, zanahorias, guisantes, and mayonesa. That's the foundation, but there are as many variants as Venezuelan families. Hallacas. Esto es lo más venezolano posible. This hallaca is very similar to a tamal. Inside you can find a lot, pero usualmente es un guiso de carne, pollo y o cochino, previously cooked for hours. Plus toppings like aceitunas, pasas, pimentón, y cebolla. Again, there are many variants of this. Pan de jamón. Every Venezuelan bakery will have this during Christmas. Es justo como suena. Pan relleno de jamón. Además tiene aceitunas y pasas. Una de mis mayores sorpresas en España, which is where I actually live right now, is that they eat gambas for Christmas. Gambas. I've never done this before, but here it is all about las gambas. A los supermercados se les agotan incluso mucho antes de Navidad. Curiosamente, yo no digo gamba. Para mí, un shrimp es un camarón. Something both countries definitely share are some desserts. Turrón, in any of their variants. Panetón. Again, there's plenty of options. Are any of these common where you live? Déjame saber en los comentarios qué es lo más típico que comes para Navidad. Torta negra. This is one of the Venezuelan desserts. It's probably an inherited and adapted recipe from another country. Lo importante es que la casa de mi abuela siempre olía a torta negra durante la Navidad. This smell includes nueces, frutas maceradas, azúcar morena y ron. Junk alert! A very typical thing to happen, probably everywhere, es que a los supermercados se les agoten las cosas más codiciadas para la época. Since this can lead to all sorts of family crises, you should know how to say this loud and clear. Se agotaron las uvas. ¿Y ahora qué hacemos? The dramatic question at the end is optional. Also, cambia uvas por lo que sea que se haya agotado. Lo que nunca se agota es nuestro free Essential Spanish Chunking Kit, which you can get by clicking that link in the description. Inside, you'll get many more chunks that you can use on a daily basis. Número 3. Christmas characters. So, neither Venezuela nor Spain escaped Santa Claus's or Papá Noel's influence, but he's not the most influential character in either country. Also, in Venezuela, a lot of people say San Nicolás instead of Santa Claus. El Niño Jesús. How funny is that growing up, I wrote letters to both San Nicolás and El Niño Jesús asking for presents. Esta figura del bebé es sumamente importante en Venezuela. In my house, we even keep him covered until the night of the 24th when we uncover him because he has finally been born. Los Reyes Magos. This actually represents our last Christmas holiday and it happens on January the 6th. Esta fecha es muchísimo más importante en España que en Venezuela. But we both celebrate it and it's even part of our country's official calendars. By the way, if you're a child, it also means another present. Y en España, esta fiesta viene con su propio postre. El Roscón de Reyes. El Nacimiento. At least every Venezuelan house will have some form of representation of this as part of the decoration. Pueden ser cuchis y pequeñitos como este. Or, if you're a devotee Catholic with a child's heart like my grandpa used to be, it can take up ridiculous dimensions. Número 4. Tradiciones. Let's go over the dates a little bit because this is very, very different. In Venezuela, we have 21 de diciembre, el Día del Espíritu de la Navidad. In Venezuela, some people, definitely my family, celebrate this day by doing some energy cleansing. We do this by burning a letter previously written which contains todos nuestros deseos para el próximo año, agradecimientos y cosas que queremos dejar atrás. Navidad, Nochebuena o el 24. Venezuelans get together para cenar. It'll be very common not to eat hasta la medianoche when it's officially Jesus' birth. También a la medianoche nos reunimos alrededor del árbol de Navidad y nos damos regalos unos a otros. And we uncover el Niño Jesús. El 25. Usualmente estuvimos juntos hasta muy tarde el 24 o muy temprano el 25. But it's still important to be with family on this day, so we don't do much, but we do it together. Either stay at home, rest, and eat leftovers all day, or meet the rest of the family for lunch. Año Nuevo, Nochevieja o el 31. This was and still is my favorite holiday. It's usually una gran fiesta con ropa más elegante. Food can be the same as Christmas or something else entirely. A juro, esperamos hasta la medianoche juntos. At midnight, both Spanish people and Venezuelan people try to eat 12 uvas. You're supposed to follow las campanadas de medianoche and make a wish per grape. This is physically impossible, superstitious, and funny. 1 de enero. Este es probablemente el día más sagrado para los venezolanos. Again, we might meet the family for lunch, but that is as much as we're capable of doing on this day. Es un día sagrado de descanso para nosotros. 6 de enero. Reyes. This tends to create a long weekend that everybody uses to recover from that first week of the year, which is always weird. Nos juntamos de nuevo, comemos, y los niños reciben el regalo de Navidad más simple en Venezuela y el regalo de Navidad más grande en España. A new tradition for me in my life in Madrid is going out to see the Christmas lights being lit up around the city. Madrid es una ciudad indudablemente bella, pero con estas luces navideñas pasa al siguiente nivel. Número 5. Holiday chunks. There's a lot you can hear during the holidays, but most of it will be about the same things. Here's a few of the things that you could hear and say yourself. Feliz Día del Espíritu de la Navidad. This you say on December 21st. Feliz Navidad. Around or on the 24th or 25th. Que el niño Jesús te traiga todo lo que deseas. This if you're talking to Venezuelans or any Latin American that believes in El Niño Jesús. Felices Fiestas. This is a good generic one that you can use all around December. Feliz Año Nuevo. Self-explanatory. Mucha salud y prosperidad para este año nuevo. We do talk about health and prosperity a lot around these dates. Que el año nuevo te traiga muchas bendiciones. Blessings are another important one. Felices Reyes. On January 6 and 7. I know it's been a hard couple of years for a lot of us, so de corazón, espero que pases unas fiestas llenas de armonía y paz interior. I also hope you get to use your Christmas Spanish, and in order to keep improving it, you can continue this lesson with Juan. He made a great video along with other YouTubers about Christmas in many different Latin American countries.